The nature of light. What is light? Light is a transverse electromagnetic wave that can be seen by humans. Light also radiated by a moving charged particle. Speed of light. The speed of light in free space is a constant that has been measured to considerably accuracy. To name significant figures, it is 299,792,458 meters per second. This is the speed with which all electromagnetic fields, including radio waves, infrared, ultraviolet, X-rays, and gamma rays, propagate in a vacuum. The constant is symbolized C. Example of speed of light. The distance between the moon to Earth is 209,000 miles, which means that light can travel from Earth to moon about 186,000 miles per second, and equals to 1.3 seconds. The dual nature of light. Called photons. Light can be treated as a wave or as a particle. Light as a wave. Light behaves as a transverse wave which we can filter through polarized lens. Light as a particle. Light also has the property of a particle. The intensity of the light varies depending on the number of the particles. Bright light has many particles while dark light has fewer particles. These particles are light called photons. Electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic waves are formed when an electric field couples with a magnetic field. The magnetic and electric fields of an electromagnetic wave are perpendicular to each other and to the direction of the wave. Amplitude, wavelength, and frequency. Amplitude. The amplitude of a light wave is related to its intensity, the height of the wave compared to its undisturbed state. Wavelength. The wavelength of a light wave is inversely proportional to its frequency. The distance between the two light points on the wave is the wavelength. Frequency. The frequency of a light wave is related to its color. Also, it is the number of waves passing in a given amount of time. Electromagnetic spectrum. The electromagnetic spectrum is a range of all possible frequencies of electromagnetic radiation. It is a continuum of electromagnetic waves arranged according to frequency, wavelength, and energy. Radio waves. Radio waves have the longest wavelengths but least energy. It is utilized by antennas. They are used for transmission of data via modulation, television, mobile phones, wireless networking, and amateur radio all use radio waves. Microwaves. Microwaves are good for transmitting information from one place to another because microwave energy can penetrate haze, light rain and snow, clouds and smoke. Infrared radiation. Infrared radiation has a shorter wavelength and higher frequency than microwaves. You can feel the longest ones as warmth on your skin. Warm objects give up more heat energy than cold objects. Thermogram, a picture that shows regions of different temperatures in the body. Temperatures are calculated by amount infrared radiation given off. Visible light. Visible light waves are the only electromagnetic waves we can see. We see these waves as the colors of the rainbow. Each color has a different wavelength. Red has the longest wavelength and the violet has the shortest wavelength. When all the waves are seen together, they make white light. Ultraviolet radiation. Ultraviolet radiation is at a higher frequency and energy than visible light. UV light can kill microorganisms. The too much exposure can cause sunburn, wrinkles, and skin cancer. It can also damage cell DNA. X-rays. X-rays is generated by a rapid deceleration of fast-moving electrons and changes in energy of innermost orbital electrons. X-rays have high energy and can penetrate some material. It is used in medicine, industry, and transportation. Gamma rays. Gamma rays have the shortest wavelengths and the highest frequency in EM spectrum. It is generated by changes in energy levels in nucleus. Some radioactive substances and certain nuclear reactions produce gamma rays. Because of their great penetrating ability, gamma rays can cause serious illness. However, when used in controlled conditions, gamma rays is useful in cancer treatment. Light sources. Incandescence. Incandescence is called black body radiation. It is emission of light from a hot body as a result of its temperature. It is involved by the vibration of entire atoms. Sunlight, regular light bulbs, and fires are all incandescent sources of light. Luminescent. Luminescence is called light. It is the emission of light by a substance not resulting from heat. It can be caused by chemical reactions, electrical energy, subatomic motions, or stress on a crystal. It is involves only the vibration of electrons. Luminous and illuminated bodies. The objects that we can see we place into one of two categories: luminous objects and illuminated objects. Luminous objects are the objects that generated their own light. Illuminated objects are objects that are capable of reflecting light to our eyes.
Ay, hindi ka masak. Ang kaso, ang klase.